Hello. Hey, Lack. How's it going? If you're just hanging out, that's quite all right. Quite all right. Quite all right. It sounds like me. It sounds like a New Zealander who's hasn't got his voice there, right? Yeah, now we're live. He isn't here with us just yet, but he will be. And that is Mr. Michael Scott, who I'm about to interview and have a good conversation. Yes, he hails from New Zealand. My part of the world, or our part of the world, land of the long white cloud, as they say. Kia ora, kia ora. I can get that out without stuttering. He's in the green room now. He hails from Christchurch, New Zealand, which is on the South Island of New Zealand, and we're going to talk to him about what he grew up collecting. So let's get him in here, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, and a man who in the chat is Lack. G'day, Lack. How are you? Thanks for joining, and here we go. Hello. Hello.
I'm down there. Move back a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully my internet plays nicely. We'll be okay.
My battery went out when I was having a hang stream with.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I had to finish it very fastly and abruptly. So I know what technical difficulties. Right. Yeah, I feel like doing.
Yeah, I get that. It's annoying. I'm on an extender out here, so it's sometimes streaming doesn't go the best, but it should be fine.
Let's actually do the Kiwi thing, right? Like break the ice. How's the weather down there?
Sunny but cold. The sun's out, but it's not doing anything.
Really? Okay, because it's 12 here.
Whereabouts are you?
Wellington. Yeah, Wellington.
Oh, yep.
So,
yeah, I'm down in Christchurch.
Yeah, it's 12 degrees. It's sunny, but it's still a little bit damp. I think we had a frost not so long ago. Anyway.
Oh right, yeah. Horrible.
Yeah. I had to ice break, Michael, because as Kiwis and around the world, we love to actually talk about the weather, sport.
Yeah, it deceives us.
It's like a bloody icebreaker, mate. It's just like,
It is.
Let's talk about the weather, shall we?
Yeah, when it's cold, it's cold.
Yeah. When boring as conversation is talking about the weather and politics. We won't get into politics. Sorry.
No.
Anyway, welcome to the P.G.M show.
Thank you.
My small little channel that
we'll start.
I've done two interviews now. One Daniel Ed5, and you're my second. You're my second guest who collects.
Thank you. I'm honoured.
We won't count the hang night. That doesn't count.
Yeah. I'll have to get you on my channel at some point and get you to guest on there as well.
Right, well, that'll be great. Yeah.
Definitely.
The thing is, I want to know. I mean, you probably told a lot of people because you like me now. I'm a newish kind of get around other channels and say hello to everyone out there in the weird wide world. We frequent our different or same communities, right?
Yeah.
They probably know who you are, of course, because you've been there longer. But I want to know and it's probably a simple question, right? Just tell me, what did you collect when you were a kid? What were you interested in?
See, when I was a kid, I was definitely, I'm born in England. I'm originally from England. I was 9 when we moved here in about 1990. But back then, I was most definitely a Star Wars fan. I had everything. I've had to get rid of it when I left. I didn't know any different, or else I certainly would have kept it. But yeah, definitely Star Wars, and Mask was a big influence on me. He-Man, sort of those sorts of eras. But yeah, I was always been a big Star Wars and Ninja Turtles fan. I love my Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Star Wars has definitely always been my passion.
So as a kid, you were playing. Were you playing with them? Did you wreck the toys like?
Oh yeah,
kids?
yeah. They came out and got played with then. Now they come out, get videoed, and then put on a shelf. It's kind of different it's quite weird when you look at it that way, isn't it? You start this passion again, but not necessarily to play with them.
So
It's still fun though.
your movie kind of influences is Star Wars, really, isn't it? I mean,
Star Wars definitely. Horror. I'm a big horror fan at heart. Me and my mum always used to sit down and watch horrors. I still do now. Yeah, definitely sort of your Star Wars, and yeah, once horror came in, it was like the first time I heard metal or rock music. It changed my life, and I never looked back.
I mean, as a teenager, did you still collect action figures, or did you have a period of no, these are naff, I'm gonna get rid of them?
Not really. When we came to New Zealand, I was 9, sort of 10ish. So I was fresh, and I wasn't really into much because I didn't really know. But a couple of years in, I did sort of get into that sort of Action Man era that came out, and I think some Star Wars. I did get back into Star Wars, but being a teenager, I'd get it, I'd have it for a while, then I'd sell it and go buy something else, or some food or something else. But yeah, then it just sort of stopped for years, and then it wasn't until I met my partner now, and my daughter was born. See, my daughter Chelsea, she's 4 now. She's very healthy, bubbly little crazy girl, but she was actually born 24 weeks old. So they're supposed to be 40 weeks before they're born. She was 24. So that for me was a life-changing and terrifying experience. And somehow I just seemed to click onto this video from a YouTuber who I highly respect now, called Usual Mike Television, which a lot of us know very, very well.
Yeah.
And it was from that moment, watching his video, I was like, what are these Black Series, these big figures? I've never heard of these. And it just sparked my interest. And then I went out and had a little look around one day, and I found some, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And it sort of just went to all of that now, and it just grew through the years. And yeah, it was something that I needed to sort of focus on with what was going on, and it really did help. And I've got a lot of passion for it now, and so does my daughter. She loves toys.
Right. Yeah,
she loves to play with her toys, and she doesn't come and steal my stuff, so she does. But yeah, that's sort of how this sort of sparked again in my life. Was a bit of a life-changing experience, really.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? It's funny when you get to a certain age that some of us, not all of us, but some of us collectors, and I'm a newest collector again, but some of us kind of put that to the side for a wee while.
Yeah,
but
right.
It's like a full circle. We
it
get unified again. It's I blame it on YouTubers who do the action figure thing, like you and me and everyone else. It's not kittens and kids anymore. It's us. We're to blame. So, Lack, if you're still
That's
in
right.
I blame you, Lack. No, I'm just kidding. But it's
Oh,
getting to adulthood. I mean, I see that you collect TVC, right?
Yep.
Do you collect
Mainly
retro?
for the and
I
I've
haven't
got
seen.
see I only it wasn't until I moved into this house where I got this studio. See, where I am is just a square room, which
Right,
I'm lucky is basically all mine, mostly. But
right.
I wasn't until I moved in here I thought, well, I've seen Only One Kenobi and I've seen Boss Bounty, and they look so good on the wall. So I started putting them on the wall. I do have some loose ones in displays, but yeah, the main focus is definitely the Black Series. But it's so hard to keep them now because there's so many figures coming out with all the
Mm,
shows and stuff.
mm.
I can't keep up anymore. I could, but
Yeah, I
not
mean,
anymore.
yeah. I watch. I'm a. I watch only one Kenobi, and his. I call him Obley now. Only one Kenobi, and his how he, his loose figures are all in sequence. And I'm going, that's incredible.
Yes.
But of course, we're
Yeah.
not talking about only one Kenobi. What about you? So
That's
I
all right. That's
digress.
all right.
Uh, I suppose where I'm heading with this, I suppose a job helps you get all these
It
figures,
does.
right? Because
Absolutely. Yes.
it's a stupid question, but I'm trying to actually get into my mind.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially with a family. I mean, yeah, I didn't have a job for a while, so that's why there wasn't really any reviews coming up on my
Yeah,
channel. And
right.
then I got a job again, so I've started again. So it's kind of nice to just even go pick one up each week.
There was
But I love wild hunting.
rumblings that you
I
got a
love
new
wild
job.
hunting.
Yeah, there was rumblings that you got a
Definitely.
new job. So
Yeah,
I think you said, well, not said, but something you didn't have a job. So it gets difficult when you don't have a job to actually buy these
absolutely.
things. At the moment, I don't
Especially in
have
New
a job.
Zealand.
So yeah, I don't have a job at the moment because I'm looking for a new direction, right? Because my
Fair
trade is
enough.
cleaning, and I hate cleaning.
Yeah,
Cleaning for
very cool.
freaking ages.
We're always good at
But
what we don't like to do.
with the prices now really
Mm,
expensive. The Black Series, do
yeah.
you even struggle buying them now?
I do. I mean, I've been hunting for a while now that I 100% prefer to wild hunt. I prefer to go out and hunt. I honestly
Right.
do. But sometimes, like for the last, I think, couple of my figures, I've had to order offline. I don't know if you've heard of Freyware before. He's
Is that
Christchurch based.
you were telling you were said in the video that you were in the video that
Hmm.
right
Freyware, yeah, that's where I got both of these guys
right
from Freyware and my Dooku, I think. But yeah, and there's also Pop Guardian NZ. He's really good as
right
well. He's down here.
okay because
But
I've never heard
Toyco are
right
handy. If you
right
heard of you would have heard Toyco?
I've heard Toyco but not the other two so yeah
Yeah, Toyco I always use as a last resort, and they're quite good with their prices. I
right
think it was the last one I ordered from them. I can't remember who it was now, but they're I think about 45 standard price. But if you use the code Take10, you actually can save 10%, and you can use it all the time.
okay
So I
right
can't remember who that was that I got with it. Oh, it was Chewy. That's right, Chewy and the Leia Bouche. But yeah, I'll go to the warehouse first because they are cheaper.
yeah
And
yeah. When and if you can pick the right ones up in warehouse, sometimes they can be hit and miss.
definitely,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
very,
it's like you got to be in there first to get the good ones before all the other ones have gone. For you guys in the chat, I just haven't chat. It's probably Lack still. That's okay. Lack, if you don't know what warehouse is, it's a big red shed. Yeah,
we like that Costco, isn't it? Walmart.
Yeah. We've got a Costco now.
We've got one, yeah.
Yeah, it's big red shed, Lack. So we get everything there. We even get a kitchen sinks as well. So.
All right. Well, that's true. They do.
Darth Muzzer, how's it going? Darth Muzzer has just entered the chat. Okay. Just going back a wee bit.
Yep.
Do you mind just telling us some more about your life, or is that a little bit more intrusive than anything else about collecting?
No, to be honest, I've got a pretty basic life. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I've got a little family now, so I work. I hang out with my friends now and again, but I usually spend a bit of time in here at night. I've been rearranging the walls a bit lately. They've sort of changed back there. But I like to just chill out, to be honest. Watch movies is a big thing for me. The movies. I've always liked my movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty simple life.
Yeah. You kind of got to keep it simple, don't you? If you're an action figure collector, that's my opinion, guys. No one else's opinion.
There's not much money to throw around.
You come home, you play with your figures, and you get really rotten, stinking because they keep on falling over, like today. But it's not about me. I mean, grab them and chuck them at the wall. But it's how I play with them. Don't judge me. Anyway, it's not about me. I'm babbling on. What else? Is Darth, you still there? I think he's frozen. I think he's frozen, people. So I'll go back to the chat. Okay. What do we got here? Now, Orlando, what's this about a chicken? A yellow chicken, Lack? What's this about a yellow chicken? Darth Rock had just frozen. And hello, Rolando, how's it going? Oh, is G-Force in the chat as well? Hello, G-Force, because I think Rolando's just said hello from to America, and again, Rolando. I am interviewing. If you just checked in, Darth Rock, he's just froze. So hopefully he'll come back in, or he will text me or message me to get back in. Okay. So I will continue and just having a look at the chat here. What's that? Pete, I need a tour of your DVDs sometimes as well. Most certainly. Sorry about the close-up. Close up. This is the middle. Sorry. I'll give you a small. Oh, there it is. I'll give you a small little tour. Darth Rock is back with us, people. There you go. There you go.
Sometimes my extender likes to cut off and say it doesn't have internet when it does. But I am back.
Yes, just actually saying to G-Force here. Yes, I have got an extensive Blu-ray, not Blu-ray at the moment, but DVD collection behind me. they're a little bit far away because I needed to plug my light in, and my plug's way up here on one side of the room, and my DVDs are on, so I had to push and pull everything out. Okay, let's get back into
quite the DVD collection back in a few years ago. I had hundreds. That was my collection before figures, DVDs.
Yeah, it gets to. Can I? We're most of us here, right? We're analog, right? We collect things. Either, I mean,
yeah.
We're was it? We like the tangible stuff, the things that we can touch, right? Although that we like digital, we like digital as well, but the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I guess that's the good thing about geeks, right? Like, we can live.
We're all geeks in some way. We all collect something, whether it's action figures or makeup. There we go. See, girls are no different. They just collect makeup and clothes.
So I gave away my makeup collection to another guy, I think, so it's fine. But I digress. It's my new catchphrase. I digress when I'm babbling. What do you think about Hasbro? Let's go there. Let's go to Hasbro. I mean, you're a Star Wars collector. What do you think? What's your take on? I didn't actually ask this to Daniel either. I should have. I think maybe Hasbro.
For me, we live in New Zealand, so I mean, not having access to a lot of the HasLab, not the HasLab, but like we can't get a lot of the stuff that everyone else can get purely because of where we are. That's probably my biggest strife. I mean, we do get stock, and it's definitely gotten better over the last sort of year. Where a year prior to that, we were getting wave after the newest wave. When the rest of the world were getting the new ones, we were getting the wave they've already got, and that was a big problem. But now it's a little bit better, and we do often get stuff before other people sometimes. And I don't know if you look at the warehouse app.
Nope. Have I lost Darth Rock again? So, be it North Island and South Island, you probably would have thought that it wouldn't have been a problem getting a link there, but it looks like he's dropping in and out. But that's okay. Everybody in the chat, what is this here? Let's do that. It's physical media is my collection: DVD, CDs, figures, Legos, tools, and tools. Yes. I don't collect tools. I'm a bit of a tool myself. Joke. Sorry. But yes, we all collect physical. That's the word I was looking for. Physical media. There we go. Oh, he's back again. So I'm not going to give you a tour with about my tool, G-Force. No, it's I'm going to put in sexual innuendo. Sorry, bad joke. Let's go back to Darth Rock. There we go. Right. He is
right. Turned on my data, so we should be fine unless I run out of data.
Let's go back there. Yes, still got that up.
Sorry. Now. I forgot what I was saying.
About Hasbro. We were talking about Hasbro and.
Oh yeah. So, the warehouse app. If you go into the warehouse app, like right now, I've always found that they'll often have an exclusive purely on their website to order only. That's how I found the Blast Effect Stormtrooper many years ago.
Right.
But yeah, so they've got at the moment the Throne Room Boba Fett Black Series, the Grief Karga, and the Dark Troopers all on their website to order. But yeah, I mean, $65. That's not too bad, but for the likes of what they're doing with the gaming greats, I reckon the prices of those are absolutely ridiculous. Like EV game, it's like $65 to $70, and it's just it's not a bigger figure or anything. It's just it's a shiny thing.
Yeah,
that's why I don't collect the gaming greats, because they're well overpriced. As much as there's a couple I want, it's just way too expensive.
Do you buy? Do you buy in Toy World? Because I have occasionally.
I used to, but they got real bad at their stock, and their prices are way too expensive for sure. But I did at the beginning, because I was lucky enough when I first sort of started to. Do you remember Triple Force Friday when the Force Awakens came out? Because we're in the future, as I always get told. Everyone says I'm in the future. So when that happened, there was a midnight. Toy World had a midnight opening at the Tower Junction branch here. So that meant we were going to be the first in the world to even see these and have them in hand. So I approached the manager and said, "Hey, can I record and stream this event and post it?" And they let me do it. So that was awesome. So I got to do that. I got to get my figures. I got to meet the 501st. That's still probably one of my best experiences as a YouTuber, was doing that. That was really cool. But I bought a bit back then because they were onto it then, but now they're not. They're not. Yeah. They're just so far behind and overpriced that there's no need to even go there.
And very unapproachable. Well,
yes, I find that too. Yeah,
especially up here, they look at me like I haven't got any money to spend.
That's not right, eh?
I mean, I'm sorry, guys, if Toy World's not going to look at this. God's sake. But I'm just saying.
I got a lot of my Lego when I collected it from Toy World. When I collected, that's where a lot of it came from. And then I moved away from Lego and sold it. And I sort of never bothered going there again. I pop in now and again, but
I don't anymore, because I saw Sol Guerrera selling in Toy World for $80.
That sounds about right. They're about $10 more than the other expensive places. It really is overpriced.
You're nuts.
Yep.
Not even a rich guy or rich gal would go in there and buy an $80 Sol Guerrera. 65.
I agree.
But not $80. I mean, that's the price.
Yeah, 65 still seems like a lot.
I'm sorry.
I'll get them eventually, though.
I'm going to bark at US here, and maybe I shouldn't. They're complaining, as they have a right to. Their prices are increasing as well. Okay, but coming to here, right, in New Zealand or Australia, even, our prices are huge, even at the 44, 45 mark. Right.
Oh, absolutely.
So America, it's like comparing apples to oranges. So
it is, yeah.
Sorry,
that's why I looked at the warehouse, because they're the cheapest at $27 at the warehouse for those. So they are definitely the winners when it comes to that. And when you can get them on special or cheaper, it's a bonus. Which they have 25% of full toys at the moment. I saw that this morning.
I've yet to go and purchase something. I haven't purchased something, anything for a long time. So,
I need to take a small break and focus on some other stuff at the moment, but I'll still figure out some videos.
Linda is in the chat. Linda.
Oh, hello, Linda. Good to hear you, hear from you.
Yeah. So, um, okay. So, Linda, how are you in Australia there? So yes, well, prices and being HasLab, let's move on to the Mattel. Let's like, what do you think about the Mattel? What they've actually, well, they've actually backed. They got back at the it's backed now. The big thing that they
No, I'm not
Motu
sure. I
thing.
don't follow Mattel
Yeah,
too much.
yeah.
No,
But
yeah, it's a door I've tried to keep closed. I've got a He-Man on his cat, and I don't want to open any more He-Man. It's got too many
so
windows open.
you've just mentioned some of the lines that you collect. Go through the lines that you collect. I know Star Wars. I know Star Wars, but
Yep. Hang on a second. No, wrong button. Let me just go. Can I do that? Can I do that? Yes, I
Darth Rock
can.
going to
Whoa.
deliver four.
Put me on big if you like, and I will just go. There we go. There we go. So,
is it there?
I think you just click on me and go. It does something maybe.
Oops. I'm trying here.
Right.
I am trying.
That's all right. You should be able to still see anyway. It doesn't matter too much.
I'm
But
new at
yeah,
this. I'm new at this.
that's all right.
I am
So
so
that's
new at this.
the wall. That's the wall essentially. In my Black Series, my Pride and Joy helmet. It's the Darth Vader Black Series, the original one, not the new one.
Right.
My Boba shrine. There's a few Bobas. So that's all of my Black Series figures, all lined up in there. Some of them are on the table at the moment. That's just displays. My Chucky. So that's the main side. I do have a NECA collection, a semi-NECA collection of the Ninja Turtle stuff. I don't know, some light, and obviously the horror in me bleeds real bad. But yeah, I do have some VC that are open, and I love these cabinets. Open the other way. But as other stuff, I have quite a Transformer collection there.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty much it, though. I don't really have any interest in getting more because they're all sort of, it's from the series and they're all sort of the retro. So I like that old school look. So I'm pretty happy with what I've got there. A little bit of Marvel.
Right.
These are some of my favorites right here. Violator from Spawn. These are McFarlane. McFarlane are absolutely awesome. And that's just a few others. And Batman's, Superman, Undertaker, and Kane. They're the only wrestlers I care for. But yeah, and it's just some stuff up there. But yeah, I try not to go any further now, but I've got a real thing for monsters, so that seems to be a thing I've sort of focused on lately.
Everybody focuses on monsters or aliens. So,
No,
so
I've always been a big monster fan. Oh, yeah.
one day, ladies and
That's
gentlemen, one day, ladies and gentlemen, I will figure the StreamYard thing out. I really, truly will.
Right. Took me a while.
Technology is a bane of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, it's you can see I'm struggling with questions. So really,
That's all right.
the conversation is really. I mean, I'm a newish collector, right, at the moment. So I collected when I was a kid as well, but you've been around. You've been around the communities a lot longer than I have.
About just about 4 years, or be around that now. Because I'd used YouTube, but I didn't use YouTube. I just sort of put gaming stuff and bits and bobs, and there was just I just thought, well, why not make a video of it and put it up, see what happens, and it just sort of yeah, just sort of kept doing it and doing it. And I mean, you look back now from when I first made a video to now making a video, it's it's cringe, as they say. I never used to edit or I'd just record it, upload it, and let it be.
Right. Yeah.
Now I'd spend too much time on it.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. With this new show, I'm spending too much time on it. I'm not getting outside. So you hear it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I will be making a few. I'm serious. I'm making a few changes to my channel here at the moment.
Nice.
So that promo will be coming out on the channel. So stay tuned for that promo. I should just make promos because I love that so much. I love making your promo so much. It was funny and fantastically.
Yeah, I had a lot. It took me a long time because I always just sort of used this logo that I had, which I used for the O now, with the lightsaber in it. Yeah. And I just used that. And it wasn't till, I think it was about a year ago, after 3 years, I just sort of had this, this idea to change my opening. And that led to changing the look of my logo, actually using the Darth Rock. And I made all of that myself. And even my videos for my opening, I put all of that together myself. And I was so proud of it at the end of it. But yeah, you do it when you're ready, and you'll do a really good job of it when you got the passion in there. Don't rush it.
Yeah. What was the story of you dropping Darth Rock 1? Because it used to be Darth Rock 1.
Well, I used to use it because many moons ago, when I was a little sprout, and the day came when I had to make an email address. Seems like forever ago. As you do, you think of, what can I use? And I was like, I love Star Wars, I love Sith, and I love rock music, Darth Rock. But I couldn't use Darth Rock, so it put 1 there. So I just sort of ran with the 1. And then when I did the revamp, I was like, I asked my fans, should I drop the 1? And they're like, well, you're the only one and only Darth Rock we know. So, yeah, I just let the 1 go and off I went. Darth Rock just became Darth Rock.
It's exactly right. We only know of 1 Darth Rock. We know Darth Muzzer, who's in the chat. We know Darth, the other Darth, and the other Darth, and the other Darth before that, but we don't know Darth Rock.
Apparently they do exist, yeah. They don't seem to pursue the name, but they're out there.
We're not confused, Michael. We're not confused with
same person.
Yeah. Well, Darth Muzzer, but he's Australian, but he's okay. He's Australian. He's okay. So, yeah. It's funny being a collector, isn't it? And having a YouTube channel. I mean,
it is.
Do you think it's hard to keep up with the news and hard to keep up with collecting?
It's definitely hard to keep up with collecting, 100%. I mean, unless you've got definitely the finances for it, it's so hard. It's so expensive now. But yeah, I mean, I can keep up with the news. I did for a while make news videos, but I mean, I see how usual might take so long because there is so much involved when it comes to making an image video, essentially, where you're talking and then you've got to add all of that and cut it. It takes so long, and I just never found the time to really do it. So I just sort of stopped that. Yes, they get views, but yeah, it's just too time consuming for me. I'll stick to what I do and what I started to do, and I'll leave the news to people like usual Mike, because that's what they do, and this is what I do.
Yeah, I left the news out of my program as well. I mean, because it's just so many of YouTube channels who do the news, and most of them are in the US, and they get the news anyway before I do. So really,
right.
largely, I mean, even for Usual Mike, or even as we're collectors, we're, as I like to say, we're the pimples on the backside of the world. So we get it last. We get the news
That's
last.
right.
We have to
That's right.
regurgitate the news. That's what it's so difficult to actually keep up to date with what's going on.
That's right. That's right. I agree.
I mean, that's why Usual Mike has cut some of his news down, because someone gets it first and he's got to regurgitate it. Not, I'm not being here, Mike, because I love your show.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it gets so. Oh, it's a motorbike going up the road. It gets so difficult, really so difficult. So either you're going to be a review channel like yours, right, or you're going to be a news channel which you have to regurgitate because you're on this side of the world, right?
That's right. That's right. So, and I think that he's lucky that he's been doing it for so long now, that he's got such a loyal fan base that come back to him all the time, no matter what. And I'll always do that. I'll always watch his over someone else's, because he's my inspiration.
Yes, he's very succinct on what he says, if that's the right word I'm using. Even when he doesn't. I mean, we all have this. I mean, I'm sure that you have your own feelings about the Black Series boxes at the moment. I know his feelings are quite, in your face. Plastic. What's your views? What's your views now on the new cardboard Black Series?
Well, I guess for me, I'll grab one so it's easier. For me, I mean, when I get them, I mean, yes, it is a hard one, because yes, I open them and display them, and then I generally display the boxes like this. So it doesn't matter if there's a window. But one of the big reasons I like to wild hunt is to pick up multiple and find the best one. So I think that's where the biggest issue is coming from. I mean, I've seen a lot of pictures, and even in my own shops, where the new Marvel ones, the Spider-Mans and that, people have ripped boxes open and taken them out. And because it's so much easier, I guess, to get them out as well. But I mean, for me, it's 50-50. I like the window to pick the best one, but I'm not too worried, because I only display the box like that, but I display the figure on the shelf. So so it's kind of a hard balance.
I mean, you're an out of box collector with the Black Series and others, except for the TVC, which thank goodness they're keeping the clear bubble for that.
Oh yes,
that was the big argument. Really,
would have ended it.
Yeah, that would have been the
end.
That's
the reason why I collect them, to display them like that. Yeah. I wouldn't do it any other way.
I think that would have been the end of Hasbro.
Absolutely. They would have killed it.
Because really, I mean, to actually go on to a conversation that we can have, as well as being, because I'm a TVC collector as well. I've got them somewhere else that you can't see. There's discussion, and I don't want to cast aspersions or blame or anything else like this, but there is with Hasbro and TVC collectors or retro collectors, they're having a hard time at the moment getting any answers out of the Hasbro team of
I've heard that.
How many are we getting, and how many less how less they're getting, right? And Black Series is taking off, and then you've got the TVC being less. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that as on this side of the world, right? So
throw that by me again. It glitched a bit there, and I missed some of it.
How do you feel about getting less of the TVC, and of of the Hasbro marketing team? Because you collect TVC, right? So
I do, but I'm kind of a selective TVC. So, like with Black Series, if I could, I'd buy each one from every wave. Where with the vintage collection, I'm selective of which ones I want because I'm not, all out on them. There's only certain ones that I get, like, for example, the Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. I never had an interest in getting him because I didn't like the look of his face, but he was so cheap, I got him anyway and put on the wall. So, I mean, yeah, I'm selective, so it doesn't bother me. I guess it just depends if I can't get certain ones that I want to get, which is probably the case.
and that swings round back to the same old question that we just actually discussed, is about the distribute. I can't even get that word out. About
I know.
I'll get it out, people, if you're still in the chat. Distribute. See, I can't even get it.
Distributing. Yeah, see, I can't even do it.
Yeah. You know what I mean,
yeah,
right?
Freyware.com is another good place for TVC, by the way. He gets a lot that you won't see elsewhere. That's where I got the Empire Strikes Back 3-pack gift card. I got that from him about a year ago. So yeah, Freyware.com and definitely Pop Guardian. They're really good for shit you won't get anywhere else. Excuse my language.
Okay. That's all right. That's fine. I've got no one here. I live alone.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. Now everybody knows in the chat I live alone. Don't let that get out. I've got an invisible dog somewhere. Right.
Oh, right.
A leash. So yeah. No, I haven't. Just actually checking the chat here.
That's cool. We'll probably go for another few more minutes, then I'll have to.
Thanks, Slack. Yeah, P.G.M should be the next. The thing is with Jay Leno, like, he's rich and I'm not, and he collects massive. He's got a car.
True.
So I'll be the New Zealand version with no money and living in a freaking flat. What's this? P.G.M is doing awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, G-Force. Thank you very, very much. I was going to slip into that telethon song. Thank you very much for your kind donation, but we won't go there.
You might get monetized if you start singing.
I'll get pinged probably. That's a good question. I mean, when you do videos, do you get pinged by copyright claim if you're using something?
I think I've only ever had a couple because I know about it. Like the hunts I've done, I'll generally talk on camera outside and then record and just add, standard music over it so it doesn't. Otherwise, yeah, you will. You definitely will. Because I've had usual mic, new opening he uses now, he was saying he originally had some Star Wars music. Right. And the moment he dropped it, it got monetized, so he changed the music on it.
Yeah, I did too. I changed my title because I got pinged on. I was using a news broadcasting thing. So.
Right. Yeah, I made sure it was like non-famous, just standard music.
I tell you what. Yeah. Copyright.
Tell you what, just what's on my mind because it keeps coming back now and again. Yeah. I went and saw Black Adam the other night. If anyone's interested out there, with no spoilers, I'll give you no spoilers. My honest opinion on the movie, I freaking loved it. I thought it was so good, action packed, and absolutely loved it. The Rock was awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait
really
to see
good
that
movie.
I can't wait to see because I like Pierce Brosnan. I just want to
Yes,
check out
yes,
Dr. Fate's
he's great as Dr. Fate.
yeah.
He really is good.
And
Really, really good.
plus staying after the credits. Don't tell me about that because you probably did.
No. Stay, but I won't say anything.
My jaw will drop.
Yeah.
My jaw will drop, and I'll start
Just
crying.
Just try and stay away from social media until you see it. It's all over the place.
And this is
That's why I try and go on day release, because I just can't handle spoilers. I really can't. I had one tiny spoiler before I went and saw Endgame. I went on YouTube, and the video that was right in front of my face was dead Tony Stark. So I knew he died, but I obviously didn't know the progress towards it. So you really got to watch social media. They're brutal.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Especially bloody YouTube. When you watch, movie reviews that I do, I have to go, no, steering away, no, steering away, no, steering away.
Yeah, you sort of got to go in blind.
If I do that, Michael, I'll probably bump into shit. So,
you're probably right.
Bump into my invisible dog or something like that. All right, it's going to be crazy. Checking the chat there. Little band of people still in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. So
thank you everyone for joining. Subscribe over here. Over here.
No, that way. That's right. I'm doing somewhere else.
And I'll have to set up, and I'll get you to come on my channel. See if we can get you a bit of a push through that as well. Get you some more people coming to say hi. That'd be awesome. I
mean, I had to come back to New Zealand to actually do a interview with a New Zealand collector, because I'm gonna pendulum backwards and forwards from New Zealand for a bit, then Australia, then to the UK, and then to America as well.
You know, middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures.
I have, I've subbed to him, so I'll be flicking him a message. Probably,
definitely. He's fantastic. I'm so glad I stumbled into him. But definitely jump onto his channel if you like TVC.
I'm growing more and more fond. I'm growing more and more fond of the TVC actually, because it's just they've gotten better. They've got
definitely.
And
he's got an incredible collection. I envy his TVC collection as much as I envy only one's collection.
Oh yes, how he set that up was just plainly brilliant.
Absolutely.
So, what's this? What's this? Smash unlike everyone. Thank you, Ed. It's and then also smash.
Hey, buddy.
Smash, go and subscribe to Darth Rock, Michael, who lives in Christchurch, by the way. Who actually jokingly, Michael, who didn't know who I was and where I came from. So I come from the same country that he comes in.
Small world.
That was a laugh. I'm going, Michael. It's Peter, and I come from New Zealand. But the backside of the world, really. I mean, just distribution. There we go. Got it. Hallelujah.
Remember that moment.
It's on tape, Michael. It's on tape. I mean, it's incredible how we get stuff and how we don't get stuff. I mean, you were explaining to me that you had to buy something and then send it to Linda because she wasn't getting a figure, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's really, really.
It is. You'd think Aussie would be getting things more than we would, but no, that doesn't seem to be the case. It's quite strange.
It's
It's not the first time this has happened too. I've been reached out from Aussie before about some items they can't get, and yeah, it's quite weird.
It's what I have trouble with is NECA in this country.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
I like
definitely.
I like I like the NECA in this country. Right, the like the Back to the Future figures. Hang on. Has he disappeared? There we go. Sorry. All right, there we go. Just leave that up. There was a boutique toy shop in Wellington, right? And they had a lot of NECA, which I was quite interested in. Right, they've only got one or two now. And
Okay.
I went in there a couple of days ago, right? Because I was interested in seeing if they've got a 2-pack, a McFarlane 2-pack that I'm really
Oh, yes.
And they didn't have it. But I asked about their NECA stuff. Do you have the Doc Brown in his white?
Oh, right. Yeah.
What is it? Nuclear suit he was wearing.
Yeah.
Right, because that's out now. And he said pure flatly, no, we don't. We don't sell them anymore. We sell pops.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in pops at all. I used to people out there who
do you mean Pop Stop by any chance?
Yeah.
Place called Pop Stop?
Yeah.
Do you mean a place called Pop Stop? Yeah, I've noticed that because they're based down here, but they started not having really any action figures anymore. Because they had a fantastic range of NECA when that's where I got most of mine from. But now Pop Guardian NZ, they're good for NECA. He's always got a good selection of NECA there. I've got most of my horror from him. Yeah, Pop Guardian are good for NECA. Yeah. Definitely.
So
I really, that for sure.
really want to look for and I said this to Ed, right? Is kind of my holy grails really is to the team from Predator film, like Dutch, you know.
Oh yes.
And all those the team like that.
Definitely, they're cool.
I just saw today MCE because I'm a big watcher of MCE. All right, of that toy collector, and he got a Dutch from New York Comic Con.
Oh right.
So I'm going, oh man, are they still making those? So that's what I'm looking for, holy grails, and that's a good leading. That's a good leading question into it. What is your grail? What?
Hard to say now. I've got a couple of grails. Probably, I absolutely love my Violator, but because I'm a big horror fan, it's probably my Chucky. I love my Chucky. He's awesome, my Chucky. He's Mezco Toys. Yeah, I love my Chucky.
Right.
He's brilliant. He's got another hand as well, but yeah, I love my Chucky. He's definitely one of my pride and joys in this room. And then it'll probably be my Slave One.
It would scare the bejeebers out of me. It really
I love me some Child's Play. The new Sarah's is really good too.
It's I'm not a big fan of horror. I've never been
a big fan.
I don't like the sight of my own blood, let alone.
Fair enough.
I'm a big girl's blouse when it comes to It's just.
Fair enough.
See, I'm into the movies like everybody is, I suppose. I mean, Back to the Future and stuff like that, and Terminator. I mean the horror that I only watched was Jaws, and it's not really a horror anymore.
That is, I'm classed as the first horror movie I actually watched because it terrified the shit out of me.
But when they named the shark Bruce,
that's right.
That's like, well, it's not horror anymore. You just named it Bruce, you plonkers.
Yeah, I know, right?
What have you been watching, Nemo? I mean, God, Finding Nemo. That's like a reference that.
Mm.
So just checking out the chat here.
Cool.
So what do we got here?
I'll probably have to take off shortly because I've got to
Yeah.
get ready for work and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, having a good conversation there as well in the chat. So
I love that.
Okay, Michael.
Who was in the chat? Oh, Rolando. Hi, Rolando. Lack, G-Force.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, shall we just actually leave it there, Mike, so you can go off and
Yeah,
get ready?
if you like. Yeah, sure thing.
It's been a huge pleasure, and actually now getting to know you as a collector.
It's so different, isn't it?
And a fellow Kiwi. Now that you know that I'm a Kiwi and living in the same
That's
country as you, so I've known that for months. So everybody in the chat, please put your hands together and giving me a big thank you to Michael, who's Darth Rock. Please like, share his work on his channel. He's got a great channel. He does TVC, and he does Star Wars, and he does other reviews as well. And he sometimes pops in and says g'day and does live streams. So
streaming's hard in New Zealand because it's hard to find the right time to do it.
Exactly.
But we try.
Yeah. But if you promote it well, Michael.
That is true.
I did with this. You'll get a lot more people from overseas, and
we'll have to do it when we get you on mine. But yeah, we'll definitely get you to jump on my channel sometime soon and make that a thing as well.
Yeah, I'll be glad to because I don't work anymore.
Fair enough.
I'm a dog.
It's been a pleasure. I love doing these things. I really do. It's that's how I started, by bringing my favorite people on. So for me to jump on other people's and be a guest in any sense, it's an absolute honor for me. I love it all. It's great fun.
Okay, right. Thank you very much again, Michael.
No worries at all. Thank you all.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to you.
Yeah.
Take care of you. Give into the dark side, and may the force be with you.
Okay, everybody in the chat. Yep, well, I'm still here. Chatting with all you lovely people in the chat. Thank you for hanging out with Michael and I'm going to be here for a bit just to say hello and chat with you online on this Saturday beautiful afternoon in Wellington. God, I feel like a radio show announcer who you can see. A podcaster, they call them. They call them podcasters, Peter. There we go. How strange is that? It's what is going on with you guys in the chat, and what is going on on your world? Okay, in your chat. So if you'd like to shoot me a question or just say good day, and we'll just keep on talking until I get totally and utterly tired and sleep on this chair. Okay, what's going on? Who is here we go. It's shut up, isn't it? Yes, they call me Bruce. There we go. Yes. Yeah, I don't think because Jaws was, of course, before Finding Nemo, but I think I just called it Bruce just to be nutcases on that set. But they had some chilling moments. Jaws, would you believe, being Flint being eaten by the big white shark. That was probably the most scariest part. I reckon. And what have we got here? Good hangout, fellas. Thank you, G-Force. Thank you. Oh, just read that before I put it up. Thank you, G-Force. I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe and taking care. That's the most important part. Also, while I'm here, while I've got some in the chat who follow me, I just want to say this. Yes, there will be some things I am dropping from my show, be it dare I say it, and putting in I don't want to put anybody in a gloomy mood, of course, is the sense of getting depressed and stressed about it. So I've got to do what is best for me, as to every other person who deals with mental health, of course. So again, be on the lookout for that promo. Okay, so that's over and done with. So let's see. Okay. Yes, has been. Yes, excellent fun. Always has. I mean, I enjoy doing this. I really enjoy interviewing. Well, trying to interview. Let's underline try to interview people who on my show that I admire now as a newish community toy collector, as I can get my words out properly. So, but I do enjoy having a laugh. My thing is that if I can make one person laugh, probably including myself, on days that I feel like crap, that means I've done my job. And really, that could be anybody's mantra or saying. All right, if you can make one person laugh anywhere in the world, I think you've done your job, and that really makes someone's day. Even if you're a man, a woman, or an animal, mammal, or a fish. It's up to you. Okay. Yeah, we go. Right, all time on the chat as always. Okay, who is that? Who's that? Lack, your job is definitely done. You're a hoot, Pete. Well, thank you very much, Lack. Yes, I don't play loots, but I perceive that I am a hoot. That would be funny if I was playing a lute and a hoot, wouldn't it? It'd be all right. I can't play a lute, so that'll be just down to me strumming it and humming it vocally. So that would be strange, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Okay, isn't humor fantastic, isn't it? Even when you point things out like, oh, isn't humor funny, isn't it? And the lack of sleep I've had. Anyway, while I'm here, by the way, and I think hopefully Ed is still in the chat. If he's not, I just want to give a huge shout out. Ed and Matt, Andrew, and Scott for joining me on that hang night. No, it's not a sexual innuendo joke. No, it's not, people in the chat. It's I had a hang. Oh, there we go. Hang night with a bunch of good old Australians who collect. That was fun. Awesome time, and it was awesome. And then until the battery ran out on my Surface Pro. Speaking of battery power, just checking my battery power now, and it's still good. And I just want to thank them very much. It was a good, fantastic conversation and good fun. That's probably why I'm talking so much and having fun and babbling, because I'm sleep deprived. Okay, let's check a little bit in this chat. Yeah, go. Yes, he is Ed 5. So thank you very much again. And hope the other guys are having fun toy collecting. Had a show in Australia. I think it was this weekend, wasn't it, Ed? So that. Yes, right, there we go. Is that hell yes or something? You trying to spell their head? I don't know. Okay. So if you again want to flick me a question, the guys in the chat to say, oh, what are you doing next, or who are you really? Probably not. And and I can answer the question. If I can't answer the question, I'll probably say, well, I don't know. Okay. Yes, there was some great movies spoken about the other night. There's some really obscure ones that I even didn't know. That was a treat. Mostly horror, like I said. I'm not a horror fan. Bad Boy Bubby was in the mix. That I knew about it, but I really don't want to watch that film because it'll probably scare the bejeebers out of me. But yes, it was a very well eclectic mix. Oh, what a big word for me today, eclectic. But it was fun. It was fun to see other people's likes in top five in film, even Australia and New Zealand film. I would love to do that again as I stutter my sentence. But we should choose another country. We'll choose two other countries, like Swahili movies to to Kenyan movies or something like that. Probably not. I don't know any Swahili movies or Kenyan movies. I don't know. It was just an example, people. It was just an example. But it was to coin a phrase that I think either Lex saying I was a hoot, or somebody was saying it was a hoot and Annie, hoot and Annie time of my life. No, it's just fun. Quoting a little bit of a song there. Probably. Anyway, we won't go there. Okay, let's check this out. Favorite YouTube channel and why it is like Sirac. Favorite Star Wars. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading. Let's do this. Pete, favorite Star Wars alien and favorite overall character. Okay, well that's a good question. Let's Star Wars alien. I think my favorite Star Wars alien would be you could probably call him an alien. I mean, I'm partial to Lobot, really, and Bib Fortuna, in actual fact, and just actually going back to the that's my favorite aliens. Favorite overall character would be I would have to say Han Solo, because what a fantastic performance he did in Empire Strikes Back. He didn't like the character. As we all know, I mean, he wanted Han Solo killed off. I think he might have actually nearly got his wish with Empire Strikes Back, but they brought him in for Return of the Jedi. Almost said Return of the King. Wrong movie. But I loved his smuggler outfit in that as well, and his candor and his humor, very sarcastic. That's the character I like, was Han Solo. Everybody probably picks other Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, or Leia, or someone else. I do like Boba Fett, of course. Yes, let's talk about Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett, actually. I didn't like it. And I like Tim Morrison, but he was right in saying that he should have been more mysterious, and he should have been the Boba Fett of old, like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. He wanted it that way, and he didn't get it that way. Maybe the writing fell down, maybe even the directing. I'm not a big fan of Robert Rodriguez, of course, but because the last episode of Book of Boba Fett, well, where was that going? Rancor doing a King Kong. Where was that going? And a lot of reference to his Spy Kids movie. Okay, enough said about that. But I really hope that season 2 we get to see Boba Fett killing a lot more people. And freezing a lot more people. So that's what I'm hoping. Okay, let's check out. That's my take on the Book of Boba Fett. Join me next week when I rant and rave about something else that we did like. Okay, what do we got here? Fleshing out characters. What's that? Lobot and Bib, very unique picks. Yes, you could say that. Yeah, it's. Could you call Lobot an alien, or could you call him a robot? That's a question for you guys. What do you think Lobot is? Is he an alien, or is he a transformed humanoid robot? Okay. What is that like? Yes, I think so too, Orlando. I do think so. It did have its good moments, and I think it was written badly. That is down to I'm ashamed to say this is down to Jon Favreau. I mean, even Tamara Morrison said that he was talking about the Book of Boba Fett character, or his character, that Tamura Morrison was I just pressed on that, sorry. Yes, also a cyborg. Yeah, so he was kind of an alien, but yes, cyborg. But he's a good character anyway, even though he was only in it for a minute bit of time. Android, Android. But yes, the writing fell down, and it was, I think, Jon Favreau's fault because he was writing scripts on a plane while he was talking to people. And really, I think the showrunner fell down as well. Again, I'm not a big fan of Robert Rodriguez. I was, being Desperado and El Macho, I think it was, but then it just went all pear-shaped and crap. But I do hope Boba Fett takes off into far-off galaxies and in space instead of one set place. That is my preference. Lex is cyborg, yes. For Lobot, yes. I'm getting the words out. Yes. So. Okay, it's fun, this, isn't it? It's fun sticking out on the Saturday afternoon or even Friday evening or wherever you are. And yes, it's another announcement of the weather and where you are from Pete McKinnon. Again, yes. What's that? Man, it's highlight. What I heard that. Even Mando was written badly. Continuity issues abroad and unrealistic combat. Yes and no. In parts, yes. In other parts, no. You've divided me here on that one. I liked Mando, I do. He was a new introduced character in this lore, or was he? I'm not too certain. Somebody will correct me. But I think for my overall sense, and don't get me wrong, Grogu's great, but it had too much of Grogu in it. That's my opinion on that. And yeah, I was a bit saddened when what's the actress name who played Cara Dune? Somebody will tell me in chat. When she left and all that trouble arose, arisen, whatever. And that was sad to see her go. She was a good character, really good character. So, but otherwise, I mean, having Mando season 3 start and Book of Boba Fett was really good. It was like the film was a lot better than the Book of Boba Fett. I mean, the look of it was highly better. I can say that. But that's my opinion. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, of course. Okay. Just checking the chat here. Sorry, I'm just having a read. I'm not ignoring or being rude or anything, but chat is still a little buzzing a bit. Thank you for staying with me. And this extended well, we've had the interview with Michael, and he's such a nice guy, isn't he? Darth Rock hails from New Zealand. Everybody here in the chat knows Michael and knows Darth Rock, of course, and can sub. You probably already have, but it's good to actually have that nice ad radio announcing plug, isn't it? If you're doing this kind of stuff thing. What's that? Purple head. What's this? What's this, Ed? Am I with a purple head? Who's got a purple head? Someone in the chat got a purple head. It's much. So yes, it's. Oh, here we go. It's a long thing to read. Okay. I will actually. Let's look. So yeah, well, what's this about? An issue with stuff, Lack? What are you trying to do, eh? Forgive me for doing this. Just talk amongst yourselves, and I'm just gonna do something as quickly as possible, if I can. Okay. Okay, copy. Get rid of here. And we will here. Probably wondering what I'm doing at the moment. And okay. So what's the give? Lax? Lack? What's the give? What are you doing to me? What are you? Well, sometimes yes, they kind of have to do that to actually sell the stuff. But that's again my opinion. No one else's. So But what have we got here? Ed, I've dropped the link in if you want to join. It's in your message box. You're most welcome to join, Ed, if you want to come in. Daniel, you're most welcome if you're not too busy for a bit. So yeah, it's funny that we all have different views, isn't it? It's telling anybody have to agree with me or not, or anybody else for that matter. Like I'm saying, that we all have our views. We all like things that other people like, and we all have things that we don't like in this world. Even action figures, we do or don't like. It tends to actually have that effect on people, doesn't it? I mean, not a lot of people liked the Book of Boba Fett, but some other people didn't mind Boba Fett. Not a lot of people liked Mandalorian, but a lot of people did like Mandalorian. It's not even it's even along the lines of Marvel films and Marvel TV series. I mean, take for instance that I did enjoy. She-Hulk when it first started, but when it was in the middle, it was crap. Why am I watching this? So yeah, of course we have difference of opinion. So a good, healthy discussion, and I like to call it a discussion, not an argument, because if we get to arguments, it'll just be like something else, won't it? It'll be just a fight, won't it? But if you have a healthy discussion and disagree to agree at some point, or agree to agree, or disagree to disagree, it's up to the individual. It's not. That's that's the diplomatic way of seeing it. That's my way of seeing it. Yes, I do go on rants about things, but if you take one thing out of something that you don't like, and out of the of something, I'm gonna bring this guy in while I'm talking. G'day, Daniel. How's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Just having a healthy discussion on things that we don't like and we do like. Maybe I'm giving you a lecture on on things that personal preferences. Once you like them, you don't have to have, you have your own opinions about things, and that's great. But personal preferences can be so hard to actually,
Well, you got to have an opinion. You got to have a voice, mate. If you don't have an opinion on something, well, then it gets a bit monotonous, doesn't it? So.
It does. Yeah, it does. It really, really does. Where are you today?
I am out and about, just waiting for work to happen.
All right. Okay.
But there's a kids' party not far from here, so there's a bit of noise around, unfortunately. So, but
right.
yeah,
glad you could drop in.
A lovely overcast day here in downtown Port Augusta, but it is what it is.
Don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Okay.
He's buying drugs.
He's buying drugs.
Do you want to buy some death stick slack? You want to buy some death sticks? But yeah, so you've been all right, Pete? Great stream of with Mick, Darth Rock, he's a good bloke.
Yes, he is a good bloke. I did have to hassle him about him not knowing where I live.
Death sticks. Would you like some death sticks?
But that was the joy of it. That he said, "Who am I, and where do you come from?" So I had to play on that joke.
You've done well. That's okay. Yeah.
I have been sleep deprived, and like I said in the chat, that I will be dropping some things on my channel, reviews and stuff like that. So I need to, because some of my reviews, they're not hitting hitting the mark. Right? It's just purely and utter crap that I'm talking about. So it's getting me depressed with it, but we're not here. I'm not here for that. But so I need to do it for my mental health.
Yep.
So
the gloves are on because they'll never find the bodies. So that's why I wear gloves.
Somebody says, "Oh shit, what happened there?" Oops. What happened there, Ed? What happened there, Ed? Hello? Or did I press something? There we go. He's come back in.
I tried to hit the chat and I hit exit by mistake because I'm only on my phone, see. So.
All right. Don't know what happened. Oh my God.
My mistake.
He's disappeared. He's a magician.
It just means I can't read the chat on here because I can't look at you and chat at the same time.
A walkabout. Rolando says.
Yeah, I was doing the walkabout just then. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We don't walk about in New Zealand. We just walk. Sorry, that's a bad joke. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't resist that one.
I'll take you down for a quick view of the waterfront properties.
Okay, awesome.
And the red sands.
This will be my first time in Australia now, just from my own room.
Welcome to the land down under. Yeah, I'll flip it around so you can see this.
Oh.
Welcome to Mad Max country. Can you see that?
Oh, I can, yes. Yeah, I can. That is awesome.
So in there's big bitey things. There's big bitey things in there.
Yeah.
Big Bruces.
Big Bruces. Where are you? Where are you? On you're Adelaide, aren't you?
No, Port Augusta.
Port Augusta.
3 hours northwest of Adelaide.
Oh, that's a nice scenic spot though, Port Augusta, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's on the fringe of a desert. If you keep going north, you'll end up at Ayers Rock eventually, and then Darwin.
Okay, so it's inland, Port Augusta.
No, that's salt water. So we're on the top of the Gulf.
Right.
So still in South Australia, down the bottom part of South Australia, but north, bit more 3 hours north of northwest of Adelaide. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful part of the country, isn't it? So
yeah, it's a bit unique. Plus all these bloody flies that keep hanging around. So I haven't bathed this week. No, they're shocking here in summer. Flies are everywhere.
That one. I got a comment. Yeah. Right. Okay. Here's Lack. What's he saying? What are you saying? If you go north, you die. South, you die. East, you die. West, well, there's a nice hotel west of there. Everything you say, Black, in that sentence, you die.
It's not too far from the truth. And yeah, no black mambas here. That's one snake we don't have in Australia. But
Okay.
they're still in the top. A black mamba is still in the top 20 deadliest snakes in the world. Don't get me wrong.
Well, Lex said something else here as well. Kangaroo. Send me
Kangaroo
some.
hide. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they kick.
They do. They sure do.
It's I tell you a bit of a story about the kangaroo. My mother was in Australia with Dad once, and my mum got close to the kangaroo, too close. She got kicked and she broke her arm. So
yeah,
it's pretty. They can get really dodgy, really, can't they? If you're
if there's two buckaroos fighting, they'll that's why they kick up to try and kick the other guy in the nuts and disembowel him like a raptor. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah. Yeah. They're brutal bastards. They don't call them a boxing kangaroo for nothing, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one with red gloves and one with blue gloves, you know.
Yeah, that's right. You know? Exactly.
God, it's Lack, you're probably the only one in the chat at the moment. Thanks, mate.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take long before people just come in and invade the place.
It's one of the locals.
Yeah, the old bloke who goes walking 6Ks every day.
Okay.
We see each other quite often, so yeah.
Tell me about the story that we were telling the others about this haunted thing, the haunted town.
Snowtown.
Snowtown. What's that about? That was interesting.
So Snowtown is a true story. Snowtown is a place which is about an hour and a half drive from here, between here and Adelaide. And yeah, about it's probably got to be about 13, 15 years ago. There was a couple of people, and they were basically offering people to collect their welfare checks. So what they did with these people is chopping them up and putting them in barrels of acid, and they're all stored in this old bank vault in Snowtown. And so yeah, it became known as the body in the barrels case. But there would have been more than. Well, like I said, it was probably at least. It was early 2000s, so it was probably 13, 15 years ago that they got caught.
They must have done the cartel thing, because that's what the cartel does.
And they were getting the people from Adelaide, and it was usually it started off as friends and family that they started with, and then they started just work their way up from there type thing. But all in all, there was probably 20 different sets of teeth found within these barrels. So that's 20 different bodies that they know about type thing.
Oh, it's supposed to be a ghost town. It's supposed to be a ghost town or something?
Well, it's not a ghost town, but it just got an eerie feel about it if you go there at night time. And this could be your own psyche playing the fact that there was murders done there or whatever it may be, you know what I mean? But
paranormal activity.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
that was really interesting. I mean, when you told the guys, I was going, oh, that's really interesting.
Well, there's actually a movie. They did do a movie about it. It's called Snowtown. So if you want to watch it, you can see it. So it's all depicted on factual information in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to.
It was a couple of brothers, basically. Yep.
Right.
And like I said, they started offering their family members first, and then moved up the hierarchy from there.
Ah, okay. As you would, isn't it? So,
That's it.
Yeah. So
yeah,
their taste for money and what you can actually,
Sure. Living
well,
off the fat back of others. Yeah, correct.
yeah, it's same old story. You know, if you got any money, yes, steal, rob, and then murder. It's just,
And what Andrew was saying was true. The main reason they sort of got sprung at the end there was because the bodies weren't decomposing or getting eaten away in the acid, because the human body is 70% water, and the more bodies I was sticking in there, obviously it started to dull down the effects of the acid, and then the bodies were just rotting, and that's why the smell started, and people cotton on or what was happening from there, type of thing. So
yeah, I mean, they didn't dispose of the bodies at all well.
no, not at all. Well,
putting them in the bank, putting them in the vault, and leaving. And it's gone again. Bank vault, and just leaving them there to stink. So it's that's where they hid them, Orlando. They hid them, put them in a vault, and then got gross looking teeth and stuff like that. So that's what they did.
So it dropped out the call.
Right.
Yeah. The joys of using your phone. So if a phone call comes, it trumps internet, I'm afraid.
Right.
So sorry
Yes,
about
right. That's fine. That's fine. You're my drop-in guest for today.
the drop in and out. Yeah. You should pin a link in the chat and see if anyone else wants to jump in, mate, because I sort of have to go do a job now. So
okay. Well, I'm gonna call it here myself, actually. So
all right.
Because I've got a long weekend, so I'm not doing my Andor on Monday because it's a long weekend here. So
Okay.
So
what's the occasion in New Zealand at the moment? For a long weekend.
It's Labor weekend.
Right.
So,
ours was a couple of weeks ago. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll let you go.
All right. Good to chat to everyone. See everyone in the chat, and I've got to take out.
Yeah. Take care. Stay safe. As always.
You too.
Yeah.
See you, Pete.
Yeah.
Take it easy, mate.
Yep. And hang on, I'm just going to big myself here. Oop. Yes. I am going to drop out myself. It's been fun, Rolando and Lack and everybody who joined me for Michael and Darth Rock. And I don't really need to kind of say about Ed or Michael for one, because you probably already subscribed to the channels. And also, thank you very much for joining me and also hanging out. It's my new phrase, hang out, on that interview. And it's good to see Daniel as well. And Rolando, thank you very much. Lack, thank you very much. Thanks, Linda, and Darth Muzzer for dropping in, and others. Thank you very much. Until next time, my guest, I'll probably just say this now, and somebody will catch on replay, is that I won't be having a guest on this week because it's a short week, and I don't really want to. I like to kind of prepare for that and prepare them for that as well. So it gives me time, and it gives them time to jump on. So I don't know what I'm going to do for next Thursday or Saturday or whatever. Who knows? But until then, watch this space. But thank you very much for tuning to. The P.G.M show. Take care of yourselves in the chat, Black, and Rolando is still here, and whoever else is here. So goodbye. Again, I'm going to say my phrase here. Take care. Stay safe. Until next time. See you later.